Like this car is coming. We want to just pull over to the right, allow them to come through. It's just a matter of being courteous, and then we want to keep it moving. Okay, real nice. I think once you get out here, you're going to learn through trial and error. Some drivers will cut you off. It's very aggressive today, I'm not going to lie. But you have to take your time. No one's going to teach you the ins and outs until you actually go through some difficult times. Having a flat tire, a no start condition, you get stranded. And then you're going to find out who your real friends are. Can you really count on your parents? You're going to, check your money. Do you have cash? Do you have a debit or credit card? Will it work? I recommend getting some type of roadside service. That's the big savior. At least pay for 100 miles. That can at least get you to a shop. Because once you start driving, you're going to leave your neighborhood, you're going to be leaving your county, you might even begin to leave your state. Most people drive less than 50 miles. And if your car breaks down, you should be able to get it back home. And I would start to develop a relationship with the reliable automotive repair shop. That's priceless. Because when you guys first start out, you're going to get a 2020, in 2018. We had a really nice video yesterday that talked about the reliability of vehicles. Even the 2015 is fine, as long as it's a full-size car. As long as your car starts and you feel safe and the battery's good, the tires, the exhaust, and those major things are good, you're going to be safe. For instance, this gas station to the left, I go there quite frequently. The people know me. I feel safe. I feel like someone could give me a ride back to my residence or my job. But you're going to be traveling to a different state or a different country. And that's where you got to put on your big boy pants, your big girl pants, right? And then when you get on the interstate, your reliability will be tested. How's your car maintenance? Did you buy good used tires? I've been there before. And if you buy cheap tires, you will be disappointed. It's going to increase your stopping distance. They're going to be out of balance. And that's a scary feeling, because if you have a flat tire in this, it's a wrap. This vehicle's supposed to yield, but I don't rely on anyone. Let's talk about what's happening right now. This is the cloverleaf. We want to go down slow and easy. If you go down too fast, you're going to lose control and go into the ditch. This is the I-94 interstate. This goes from Chicago to Iowa. And I got to pick up. That's the nice red Jeep. 2 red Jeeps. Let's use this. This vehicle, those vehicles have rollover potential. They're nice. It's got a roll cage in there, but I don't know if it'll be right for me. Would I drive it if I don't have anything else? Of course I would. Let's not be silly. That was a pretty decent merge. I'm trying to settle down. We talked about semi-trucks in the live yesterday. There are 4 blind spots: left side, right side, front and back. We want to keep moving in and out of the no zone. I am moving. I'm not playing around. Now I'm going to accelerate. I see the truck in my blind spot. Boom. I'm good. The wind is pushing the vehicle around. So I'm going to adjust my speed and position. I feel safe here in the middle lane. I would love to get the left lane, but there's a truck up there that's holding traffic up. We're at about 75. I'm fine right now. I feel safe. I'm good. I'm not late. Gas is good. I have my coffee in here, but I see a big traffic jam ahead. So I don't need to do anything else. I just need to look ahead and determine, am I going to stay on the gas? Am I going to change the lane? The two most common types of collisions out here, side swipe and rear end collision. Who am I? I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We're going to be making content daily if possible. We're going to do it live, welcome you in, and then do some editing, get it out in shorts and reels and all the other platforms. I'm a one-person production setup, so be patient with me because I want to do really good quality and make sure you're learning, and that's important. So we're just keeping good space. It's a lot of traffic here. All three lanes are full. And if you want to learn, you're going to be watching this. If you've been driving 10 or 15 years, you're like, man, I like this guy. Okay? I look at the comments, I look at the analytics. We have all age groups. Thank you for supporting. Pretty nice. You're cruising about 70 miles an hour. Also, we learned about the seatbacks. Now, this Impala to my left, OG Impala doesn't have some of the newest safety features, but that thing's a tank, man. It's safe in a rear end collision, frontal collision, but it doesn't have some of the newest safety features, but I would drive that. Some of these other vehicles, no way. No way. I'm just keeping the speed. This Saturn up here, no way. It's just too small. And in case of an accident, you just don't have that frontal and side metal around you. I'm lifting my foot, about 65, heavy traffic. I always am reminded on the safe driving practices, just keeping space. I'm aware of what cars are doing around me. And if you're not aware of what cars are doing, you're simply going to get rear-ended or get sideswiped. There's a reason why there's the sudden slowdown. It could be an accident, a flat tire, an animal, a truck broken down. You see a wide variety from 2010 up to 2026. So there's a lot of different cars and trucks. They have different capabilities, and we get what we can afford. We all want safety. If you're a new driver, you want performance. I want it to look nice. I want it to go fast. And there's nothing wrong with that. But mix in some safety. When you're in your 20s and late 20s, early 30s, and you've got a child coming, you're trying to get the safest vehicle, establish credit, talk to your parents, listen to them. Hopefully you guys do listen to your parents or your uncle or auntie, grandmother, cousins. Shout out Tina, love you, girl. It's my cousin. And just keeping space. I had pretty much all girl cousins. I'm the first boy, so they sat me down to talk to me. Just trying to keep good speed and good space. Trying to take my time. You want comfort, reliability, nice performance, nice safety. But the cost of these new vehicles is over $55,000. You got to put down at least $3,000 or $4,000. They have very strict rules on leases. Most of us can't afford a lease. I know I don't want to put down $4,000 on a lease because as soon as you drive it off the lot, it's depreciated. And if you buy a car that's out of a lease, the tires are pretty much done, the brakes are halfway gone, the warranty is pretty much out, and then you're stuck. And unfortunately, I've been in cars like that where there's breakdowns, transmissions, motors, transfer cases, and it really sucks. Okay, I'm gonna get over it. So I'm in the left lane. Now we're about 5 to 10 miles an hour faster. Energy's pretty good, but it's really easy to rear end someone. So I'm really looking ahead, checking here. I think this is an F-250 behind me with those bright lights kind of distracting me a little bit. It looks like they're flashing lights, but they're not. We went from about 70 to 50 in less than 3 seconds, so those conditions change rapidly. I think the biggest thing is staying calm. If you have to pick up your mom and dad, you know you leave late, you're on social media, and then you fly to go get them. Let's just be real. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. It is calming a little bit, and it is stressful in the same breath. It's calming and stressful. If I go too fast, I'll tailgate this Volvo SUV. If I go too fast, if I go too slow, I'm gonna hold up traffic. So the left lane does require a little bit more energy, a little bit more assertiveness. I don't want to say aggressive. That truck I'm passing is about a $90,000 piece of equipment. I'm at about 75 right now. Trying to stay smooth. The car behind me, there are about 5 cars behind me. They're holding up people. They're going to get tailgated. And now the flow is slowing down. So you have to constantly adjust to the traffic. I would say the average is between 77 and 85 miles an hour. That Pathfinder's nice, man. We're at about 73. I'm squeezing my brakes, keeping that space cushion. Also on brakes, if you hit your brakes too hard, you don't overheat them and wear out that ceramic brake pad or that organic brake pad. That's when you have a lot of brake dust on your front rims and it looks ugly. So pay the extra money to get the better brake pads. Early on when I started driving, I paid the additional money and I enjoy working on cars. I still do. Okay, if I had to do a brake job myself and save $300, I do it. I buy the rotors, I get the axle grease, I jack up the car, get my impact gun, take them off. I just save $350. But time is money and money's time. We're about 70, going on a downhill drop. I see a Mach-E Mustang, Cadillac, Lincoln MKX, Subaru. I'm learning the capabilities of cars. I see brake lights, so I'm keeping my stopping distance, following distance. I'm in the left lane because of the yellow line. Squeeze my brake again. And that's fine. I'm trying to keep good distance. $1,001, $1,002, $1,000. I'm about 3 seconds away from this SUV. Good morning. I think making those adjustments is important. This car kind of squeezed in, kind of put us in a little bit of danger. They're in a hurry. So I need to increase my following distance. I think what you're going to get from this tutorial is just real life perspective, because I'm a driving instructor. I treat it as if you're with me. This car's crazy tailgating. That would just make me very angry. This Ford Escort. But they can't go anywhere. about 70, 73. And I think people get in this lane and just ride people's back bumper. That's what this Ford's doing. And that's potential level 1 road rage. So this is why I'm trying to keep my following distance. You hear that big truck, I'm staying away from it. I think making sure you have best speed control and best practice is really going to help. This Ford is tailgating. I'm trying to keep my following distance because I believe in being safe, having good insurance, no tickets. The pace is picking up rapidly. You can feel the speed, but it's called velocization. See, they're road raging. They're late. They're in a hurry. And they waited till the last second just to make them mad. But there's nothing we can do. Learn from that experience. And we're just trying to be consistent because I want to treat people nice so they can treat me nice. That's a pretty safe lane change. That was safe. I had room. There's the difference. Maintaining great speed, taking my time, trying to do my best. And now we're losing space. And some of these vehicles need to get over one lane because they're holding up the flow. Other ones are okay. But this is a highway transportation system, and it's always changing every second. So you have to constantly monitor, even if you have a self-driving vehicle. There are new updates that allow you to go full autonomous, and that's fine. And I did some research. I definitely want to step up. You have a mirror in the center of your windshield. You just look up and you look out. And what I need to do, and I keep saying this, I need to just install my mirror dash cam. I was fortunate enough to be sponsored, and you'll see a rear view because a lot of you are asking questions. So you just quickly look up to your right. Okay, just a quick glance. That's how you check your rear view mirror. Your left mirror, you look to the left. That's my driver's side. We're in America, my steering wheel's on the left. I'm checking my right. I'm going to get over one lane. Quick glance. You see all this traffic, and if I glance too long, I'm going to rear end someone. So if you were driving with me, I would say, hey, let's keep space. Let's take our time. And let's be patient. The flow is slowing down. I want to slow down real easy. I do not want to be rear-ended. This is going toward downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit, downtown Houston, Texas. Any large metropolitan area is going to have 3 to 5, 7 lanes of traffic going into the downtown loop or going out of the downtown loop. This is 24 hours a day. I love the question. So that's quick eye movement. You don't want to look too long. That brake light is burned out. You can see it because one light is on. And I think just staying up on your car maintenance. A lot of beginners or drivers just don't care. They run the car in the ground. Like yesterday I made a video about putting windshield washers on in it. Actually, the tank was empty and I was making a video and the windshield was very dirty. But I wanted to show you real life. I don't do anything fake. If the car needs oil change, you can come with. If we need to do auto parts, you can come with. I've done tutorials. If you have $100, here's what I think you should get. Because if you drive long enough, your car will break down. It will. This is the service drive, so if we come up too fast, we're going to rear end the car or get rear-ended. It's a dangerous situation, but a lot of you don't know it. And for many of you, that first car, you barely can afford it. Your mom or dad helped you a little bit. You're trying to work 2 jobs. You're trying to finish high school. You got your girl or boy, you got prom coming up, you know, you got gifts, you're trying to go on spring break. I get it, okay? And it's an exciting time to be alive. You know, a lot's going on. You know, computers, RAM prices, AI, you know, driving simulators. I got a lot going on too. So I'm trying to get to Vegas for a personal brand event, okay? And then I'm gonna go through the crossover, just take my time, turn on left hand turn signal, I'm gonna come up and stop. See, they had no blinker. What if I would have pulled up? They would have freaking hit me, bro. See how fast those cars are going? And this is dangerous too, because you got to pay attention. I'm inching forward. They are flying because they have a gap. And if I'm too slow, I'm going to get hit from the left. See? No blinker. How am I supposed to know? But I'm inching forward. And once this car goes by, here's my gap, and you go. But there's a license plate reader, and that's an invasion of our privacy. And a lot of communities are banning those because they take a capture of our license plate, and that data can be tracked. There's the police. Thank you. So I'm trying to give you real life out here. I'm never going to lie and pretend. It can be stressful. Like this simple stop sign. If you blow this, you're going to get a ticket. A big ticket, a moving violation. It's called a civil infraction. I'm going to stop. That's all you need. Okay, but yet you won't see people do that. We'll get the drone out. We'll do an experiment. Whether people are watching or not, just stop. Goodness, good heavens. You got to be able to take care of yourself. These potholes will damage your vehicle. I got to pick up the client. I'm trying to take my time. And no one's going to learn how to drive except for you. If you're older, you need this video. If you're younger, you need this video. If you're a beginner, you need this video. Because I teach adults and teens how to drive. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, this being stressful, I think it's about a 7. Because a lot of cars were going 75, 85. Cars are cutting in and out. You saw an aggressive driver in the left lane. I think the middle lane is the smoothest lane. And I think the more you guys watch this and leave comments, the biggest comment was, how do you check your rearview mirror? You look up to the right. See, there's the police right there. See if they stop. Bruh, the police didn't stop. You're supposed to be a role model, man. Come on. So you have to watch out for your own safety. And then one thing I learned from class yesterday, the no zones. Big trucks have huge no zones. All cars have blind spots, left side, right side, front, and back. Next, we learned that defensive driving mindsets are so important because you really need to position yourself for safety. You need to position yourself for success. You need to position yourself to have longevity, because if you're very casual, you're going to end up having an accident. And we make 200 observations and then 1 near miss. So we've got to learn to really manifest good driving skills. And we got to make sure that we're safe. Put in more questions. Put in more questions. I think insurance is very high for people under 25 because you're the highest risk group. We talked about this yesterday. The insurance is there to help you. I really appreciate it. Let me click on some of those comments. Hey, how are you doing? Let's look over some of these questions. When you drive, how often do you check your rear mirror? Every 10 or 15 seconds. Check that rear mirror. Last found your channel. I have no driving experience. I hope to start soon. Hey, lock yourself in. I'm going to show you a real perspective because I'm a driving instructor. I'm going to show you some of the things I look for, some of the things your instructor should be doing, so you know if you're really getting taught the right way. But depending on my schedule, I may go live at 11:30 and then go over some of the things you need to become really an essential driver. Learning these skill sets, becoming a better driver, taking your time, manifesting confidence. Because no one else is going to do it except for you. And I think the biggest thing when you're out here learning how to drive, it's just being confident. Your car could break down anytime. That's always the concern. I don't care if you have a new car or old car. I think the next is just really going too fast, like in a neighborhood or a school zone. You know, in fact, a kid got ran over and struck less than 24 hours ago. And I put that all on the driver. You have to be that defensive driver, and you have to be aware. I think your instructor should be very patient, explaining things, being thorough, being accountable. As an instructor, we have a checklist of things to go over. And if there's a problem, I'm going to bring the parent in. I have a young lady who has zero experience. She really could not keep the car straight. She literally hit a snowpile, and her dad was in the car like, I saw what happened. I didn't panic. I just turned the wheel. My job is to teach you. My job is to help you. But I told the dad, you need to come in on the second drive. And if in 6 drives she's not ready, then she will have to, few things I practiced this driving, I could figure out how to turn a corner on an empty street. Yes, go in slow to your turn. Some of you will go in too fast, you'll overturn it and then hit the curb. Some of you will go too wide and go in the wrong lane. Start in neighborhoods. How I learned how to drive a manual, I would drive through my parents' neighborhood. When I was in high school, I had a manual 5-speed car. I would just hold the gas down and practice shifting. Boom, boom, boom. And that really helped me. But occasionally I missed third gear and then I blew up the transmission. And that was several times. But I was young, I didn't care, I worked. But my car was a passenger car, not a race car. And then when I made those upgrades, it was too late in the car's life, and no one wants a race car type shifting transmission and it slams into gear, but yet your mom was looking like, why does the car make that sound? Okay, so you need to have a second vehicle. I've driven a Chrysler 300. Those are really fun vehicles. Nice. Okay, very, very nice vehicles. You have to find a vehicle that fits in your price point. Facebook Marketplace, I'm not sponsored. They have a lot of great vehicles. Some are pieces of crap. Some are really good. You just got to look around and find the right piece of crap. I'm sorry, the right car for you. That's not too high of a mileage, but doesn't need so much. You need to bring a mechanic with you, someone who's passionate about cars, because they can educate you. Okay, we're going to have to make this decision too, because at the end of this year, our lease is up on this vehicle I'm driving. This is a 2024 Equinox, and the lease will be up. So we're going to have to make the decision, so it will impact us. Hey guys and ladies, I want to thank you for subscribing, following. Join me in this journey, and then I will go live either at 11:30, definitely at 3:30 or 3:45, just to give you the information you need for a beginning driver, cars, maneuvers you need to do. Bye guys.